All right, welcome everybody to this video, and what I'm going to be doing today or tonight, I should say, is I'm going to be talking about my Facebook ad strategy, the $2 Facebook ad strategy. I'm also going to be covering the free method of selling print-on-demand products. So that's a great way to actually get started if you're on a limited budget. It does take more time. Obviously, if you don't have money, usually you're gonna have more time. So using the free method is definitely something that I highly recommend, even if you don't want to take a big risk. Even if you have the money to spend and you don't want to spend the money, which is kind of weird. If you're trying to build a business, you should really have $2,000 or $3,000 to as your startup fund. With any type of business. Obviously, that's very, very broad statement. I started my business back in 2008 with maybe $300. So, and that just covered the cost of hosting and all that stuff. Hosting was very expensive back then, and I used content for that money. But then $300, and I spent a ton of time trying to figure all this stuff out. So I'm gonna take a minute here and kind of introduce what's gonna happen in this video. I'm not able to be on this. This is not a live call. This is a premiere video. I don't know if you've heard of it on YouTube, but basically this is a live version of a pre-recorded video. So I'm gonna be in the comments because something came up this week and I could not make this specific time, and I didn't want to change everything and change all the emails and all the messages that are sent out. So if you have any questions, I will be in the comments. I'm on my phone right now, and I will be in the comments answering any questions that you have throughout this whole video. So that's kind of a quick introduction. Let's get into what we're going to be covering here. So here's the agenda. The agenda for tonight is the $2 Facebook ad formula, which I'm going to be going over first. And then I'm going to go through the free POD sales method. And then I'm going to be taking your questions in the comments section tonight. Okay. So like I said, any questions, ask in the comment section and I will reply to it. I will do an @reply to you. And so just make sure you're looking in the comments section for my replies. So let's get into the $2 Facebook ad formula. So first of all, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over kind of the whiteboard thing here, and then I'm going to go into the actual campaigns and show you what it looks like. So when you're setting up your $2 campaign, this is going to be a website conversion campaign. All right, and now there's two ways to do it. Now there's CBOs, which are campaign budget optimization, and those are going to go through here in September. So if you're watching this after September, then it's already applied to everyone's account, and it's only going to be CBOs. And then you can do the ad set level, which I'm going to show you right now. So this is a website conversion, and we're going to convert based on purchases. All right. You can start with purchase. You don't have to start with purchase. You can start with view content if you want. It really doesn't matter. We're just trying to get data in this phase to see if we can go on and start optimizing our ads. Now, if you watched my previous videos before, you're gonna know that there's three actual phases. The first phase is the testing phase. So that's what I'm going over right now. And then the second phase is optimizing. All right. So once you know that this product is a potential winner, we're going to start optimizing it and see if we can get some sales. If we can get some sales, that's great. Then we can move on to the third phase, which is actually scaling our advertising. All right. So those are the three phases. So this is the first phase that I'm talking about right here. So what you want to do when you set up your campaign, you're going to choose the conversion optimization for the purchase pixel, and we're going to set all these, and I should make some different colors here. We're going to set all these to $2. These are different ad sets, and we're going to set all these to $2 per day. We're not going to be spending a total of $10 a day, and I'll talk about that here in a second, because 2 times 5 is 10. So this is going to be interests. So this will be interest 1, interest 2, INT, INT, So these are all your different interests that you are targeting with your campaign. All right. And so whatever you're selling, if it's a canvas print or a t-shirt, I'm going to tell you right now that t-shirts and clothing are really hard to sell. If it's the summer, which right now it's May, so the t-shirts, are what are going to sell the most. The problem with t-shirts is there's only like a $10 to $14 profit margin on that. So it's really hard to make money selling just t-shirts. But there are ways to make a lot of money in selling other things or bundling things together. So you're going to have your 5 different interests. Let's say this is a golf, let's just say it's a golf shirt, and you target something like this one is like a brand like TaylorMade or something like that, okay? And then this one would be, you don't want to go Tiger Woods because everybody and their mom probably follows Tiger Woods. But you want to do someone that, you want to go deep with actual celebrities. So like a celebrity would be, let's see here, someone like John Rahm, maybe. I don't know if a lot of golf fans out there, but John Rahm is a professional golfer, and probably not a lot of people know who John Rahm is. So that's a good interest to target. So we got brands, we got celebrities. You could do golf magazines. So maybe there's probably just a golf magazine out there that you could target. And then you can do Facebook pages. So any like a golf lovers or something Facebook page. All right. And then maybe, someone who has purchased a golf product in the past. I'm not sure. I don't think they have that specific data on Facebook anymore. But what you can do is either another brand or go deeper in the brands. A brand that only golfers would know. Or you could do something like a golf website or a forum or a blog or something like that, something in media. So we could do something like Golf WRX, which is a golf forum that's been around for a long time. And people who like Golf WRX are extremely into golf, trust me. If you go into that forum, you're going to see a lot of action going on in there. So what we have here is we have a brand, we have a celebrity, we have magazines, publications, we have pages, so just interest-based pages, and then we have like a forum or media type stuff. So these are kind of the 5 or 6 things that you want to be targeting in each different ad set. All right. You don't want to be targeting just celebrities in every single one of your interests because it's going to be similar type of people that are actually following these celebrities. Same with brands. You don't want a brand in every single interest or every single ad set. You want to figure out which type of interest is going to be best. So if it's golf pages and brands that are doing the best, then you can go in and add a bunch of different brands inside of a new campaign. All right. And usually we use CBO campaigns when we start optimizing. All right. So that is the ad set level. And in the ad level, what we're going to do is this is going to be ad 1, ad 2, and ad 3. And each one of these is going to be inside each ad set. So you're going to have 3 different ads running, and you're going to have 5 different ad sets. So Facebook is going to be optimizing, for the specific ad and optimizing for the interest. All right. So we're getting data on 2 levels. Now, inside the ad, you want it to be a video ad. Let me go to gray again. You want this to be a video ad, even if you're selling clothing or anything like that. You want it to be video because what we want to do is we want to build an audience. All right. So the audience is actually what is going to help you not only scale, but get the data that you need in order to move on to the next phase of optimizing the ad. Now, what we're going to do is in the next phase is we're going to take that audience of video viewers, let's say 50% or more of the video views. We're going to not only retarget them, all right, we're going to retarget them, but we're also going to create lookalike audiences and optimize that way also. All right, so I hope this is making sense. If it's not, then make sure to leave a comment in the comment section and I will get to your questions. All right, so that's how we set it up, and we're going to let this run for 3 days. All right, so this is going to run for 3 days total, and I always get questions about this inside the private Facebook group about letting ads run for less than 3 days. I never let ads run for less than 3 days. Even if you have spent $20 to $25 on a test, which is, with a $20 product, you probably only want to spend $20 or $30 just to test it. But if you're not letting it run for 3 days, it's not going to fully optimize. And if you let it run for longer than 3 days, say like 5 to 7 days, you're kind of wasting money if you're not getting any sales. So I don't recommend that either. Anywhere from 3 to 4 days is fine, as long as you're getting the data that you need. So just let it run for 3 days. Don't even, I was going to say don't even look at it, but you need to look at it. So what we're going to be doing here, and let me go back to black for a second. All right, so day 1, after 24 hours, it doesn't matter when you start your ads. Start your ads at any point in time. If it's 6 o'clock in the morning or 11:30 at night or anything in between, just start your ads whenever, and then check them around the same time the next day. And what we're going to look for is we're just comparing the interests, or we're comparing the ad sets, I should say. So we're comparing these 5 things to each other. We're not looking at actual data yet, but we're looking at comparisons across these ad sets. All right. So after 24 hours, we're looking to kill ad sets. So we're going to kill the ones that are not performing, kill the non-performing ad sets. And you're probably going to kill from 1 to 3 different ad sets. Hopefully it's one or 2 ad sets that you're going to kill on the first day, just because you can see the data coming in, and when you compare it to the data in the other interests, then you're going to know which ones are performing better. And I'll talk a little bit more about the numbers that you're looking at here in a second. On day 2, you're kind of going to be doing the same thing, but you're going to be looking at the ad set level, or not the ad set level, the ad level. All right. So you're looking at the ad level to see, which ads are performing the best, and you can turn off one. You can turn off one that is not performing compared to the other 3. So we're at day 2. We're looking at the actual ads that are performing based on the interest. All right. So you're gonna have to go into every ad set. All right, and look at the 3 ads that are running and turn off one that is not working versus the other 3 ads. All right, and I'll go over a little bit more about that when I go over into the ads manager. So on day 3, day 3 is all about analyzing. All right, so we're going to analyze the data, and what we're looking for is, number 1, sales. And that's about it. I mean, if you're not getting sales after 3 days, it's probably not going to be a good product to promote. But if you're getting sales, so if sales is a yes, then you can move on to the optimization phase. Okay. If you're not getting sales, then you kill the whole campaign and you move on to the next product that you have. All right. You move on to the next design/product. All right. So hopefully all of this makes sense. And right now I'm going to go into the ads manager and show you what this looks like. But if you have any questions, please leave it in the comment section, and I will reply to you right away or as fast as I can. All right, so let's go right into the ads manager. All right, so here I am in the ads manager, and I'm in one of my test accounts that I use for case studies and things like that. And what we're going to look at one that I recently ran, which is a pizza slice kind of matching shirt. It was a t-shirt and a toddler shirt, all in one. And that's what I mean about, and where are all the ad sets for this? Was that the right one? No, it wasn't. Here it is. Here's the test. All right. So that's what I mean about increasing the value of the shirt. I was selling this for $39, and the two shirts were costing me right around $20. So there was a $19 profit margin in there. So my goal was to get purchases for around $10, which means I would have a 2x ROI on every dollar that I spent. So this is the actual test. I had 6 different ad sets in this one. And I'm not sure how many dollars per day this was. I think this was a CBO campaign where I was spending $20 a day. So if you don't have $20 a day to spend, that's fine for the testing phase. Once you get into the optimization phase, you're going to need a little more money to get the data that you need and to optimize everything so you can scale. All right. So what we're looking at is just the broad performance. So this was all video ads, and I think it was all video ads. I know I did one with video and one with images. Yeah, so there's 3 with images and 3 with videos. So let's go back to performance default. What you're looking at specifically, and this was optimizing for view content, not purchase. Now the 3 with videos were optimizing for purchase, but since the view content ad sets were optimized for that, I'm looking at the cost per result. So obviously the top one here is the highest cost per view. So this audience is, a little more pricey than the other audiences, which is fine. So we just turn that one off. If you're using purchases for your optimization event, then you're going to be looking at cost per purchase. All right. The other thing that you want to look at is like the number of link clicks or the click-through percentage rate. All right. And I'll get to that in a second. But obviously I had one purchase here. So this ad set, this audience is probably going to be the best one. I think I had 3 sales and they didn't count the other 2 somehow. I think they were getting on an email list and someone else probably bought through the emails. So I don't know where the other 2 purchases came from. It might have been the image ads, but this was the test that I ran. And as you can see, the middle one got the most clicks and the sale down here. So if you're looking at purchases, then you obviously want to look at, the cost per purchase and all that kind of stuff. But let's go into another way to gauge your audience. Now, if you go into columns and click on performance and clicks, you can get the click-through rate. All right, the click-through rate means how many people based on the number of impressions that clicked on it. So you can see the number of clicks versus the number of impressions, and then you can see the click-through rate. So if you compare the click-through rate through all of your different ad sets, you're going to know which one is performing the best just based on that number. Now, there's a much deeper approach that you can use, but when you're in the testing phase, the CTR, link click-through rate, is all that you need to look at. All right, so this click-through rate is lower than the other 2, so you can turn that one off and leave the other 2 on. and let it run for 3 days, and then see if you get any sales. And if you get any sales, then you move on to the optimization phase. If you don't get any sales in 3 to 4 days, usually between $20 and $40 in ad spend, you're going to be using over these 3 or 4 days, then you know if it's a winner or a loser. So if you have sales, you can move on. If you don't have sales, then you don't move on. You move on to the next design or next product. So if you have any questions about the $2 Facebook ad strategy, yes, you're going to be spending a lot more, not a lot more, but you're going to be spending more than $2 per test, but you're not going to be spending more than $30 most times. All right. So if you have any questions, leave them in the comments and I will get to them. So I'm going to go into the next thing here, which is the free method to sell print-on-demand products. So the free method is for people who have a limited budget and only want to purchase designs from a professional designer and then upload them to, online marketplaces like Merch by Amazon and Etsy. These are the only two that I recommend right now. A lot of the other ones like Redbubble and Gearbubble and all that kind of stuff, they just don't have enough traffic for you to actually upload to them consistently. So I wouldn't waste my time on anything else but Merch and Etsy. All right. So let me get into, how the whole Merch and Etsy thing work. So what you have to know, and I'm on merchbyamazon.com, what you need to know about Merch by Amazon is that you need to request an invitation. But I always suggest before you request an invitation that you have a store up already, and that's where Etsy comes into play. So here I am on Etsy, and all you got to do is go in and sign up and create a store. And it could be a broad name. It doesn't matter because you're probably going to be uploading a ton of different shirts, ton of different designs, a ton of different print-on-demand products in the same store. Now with Etsy, for the long run, you probably want to brand your store for a specific niche. But when you're first starting out, you might want to go, into a broad store or a broad niche. All right. So first, you need to go in and create a store. I'm not going to show you all that stuff because I think I have 2 or 3 stores now, and it's all messed up, and I really don't even know what's going on in Etsy anymore. But what you need to do is create a store, start uploading products, and you use an app called Printful. So Printful is a print-on-demand company that allows you to sell on Etsy. So all you have to do is go in and create your listings through the Printful application that they have through Etsy, and then upload those designs and those mock-ups right to your Etsy store, and you'll be good to go. The problem with Etsy is that it's 30 cents per product that you create. So every listing that you create is 30 cents. It's not a huge deal, but you'll be able to get 10 to 30 different designs up for relatively cheap. And then once you have your store, all right, on Etsy, then you can go back to Merch by Amazon, request an invitation. They're going to ask you a couple questions. You can put your store URL inside of there so they know that you're a designer and you're serious about this, because you might get rejected if you're just some guy that wants to sell a few designs on Merch by Amazon. All right. So make sure that you have an Etsy store created already with Merch by Amazon. But let me go in and show you, how the free method works specifically with Amazon and Etsy. So here I am signed into my account with Merch by Amazon. I haven't done anything with this in months because I've been working on my other ecom business and the academy. But all you have to do here is upload designs and then just let them sit there and let the traffic from Amazon actually purchase. All right. So this is all based on keyword searches on Amazon. So what you need to do is actually go in and see what people are searching for on Amazon as far as shirts. Now, they only offer, and let me go back to this. Let me go in and create a product, and I'll show you, what products they have on on Merch by Amazon. So they have the standard t-shirt, they have the premium t-shirt, they have a long sleeve sweatshirt, hoodie, and then they have pop sockets. And pop sockets is what I highly suggest doing when you get approved to sell on Merch by Amazon. They're super cheap to create for your professional designer. I get my pop socket designs for 25 cents, and literally I can upload 100 a day if I wanted to. All right. I used to give them I used to give my designer 100 designs a week. And I did that for a while, but it was taking up so much of my time uploading them that, I kind of stopped doing that because my other businesses needed attention. But this is a really good way to get quick sales and move up in tiers, because Merch by Amazon, they tier you up so as you sell more. So you start at the tier 10, meaning you can only upload 10 different designs, 10 different products at a time. And then once you sell 10, you move up to the 25 tier. And then once you sell 25, you move to the 100. Once you sell 100, you move to the 500, 1,000, etc. So I'm at the 1,000 level, which means I can have 1,000 different products on Merch by Amazon. I don't have it, as you can see, I didn't have it maxed out. I have 366. I used to have almost 500, but they take off designs as they don't sell. So if designs don't sell in 60 days, then they take the designs off and they give you back that slot. So I have 366 of the 1,000 designs up. And let's see, I'm making, it's right around 200 a month. Last month was a low month because I haven't been uploading that often. But overall, all time, I just hit 2,500. So I just hit 2,500 units all time, $8,400. And I mean, it's a really good way to create some passive income for yourself, and keep your business afloat. So usually I take this money and give it to my designer to create more designs to keep the thing going. I just haven't done it lately because I just don't have the time. But that's how Merch by Amazon works. So let's go over to Amazon and let's type in, let's just type in alien pop socket. So if someone was looking for alien pop socket, these are the pop sockets that are going to come up. So this one is actually probably sold by pop sockets themselves. It used to say where it was sold by. Let me open that up in a new tab. Okay, so this one is sold by Lost Gods. Now, this is not the pop socket brand pop socket, all right, design. This is a design someone created with Merch by Amazon. It's got really good reviews. And if we go down and look at the bestseller rank, it's 61,000, which means it's probably selling, 2 to 5 per day. So they're making anywhere from $5 a day to $10 a day on this, because you get paid $2.25 for every pop socket that you sell on Amazon. And there's no advertising needed. This one is being advertised, obviously, by the seller, but you don't actually need to do that. All of my designs are just sitting there without advertising costs. And I don't know, it's pretty cool. So what you need to do is actually put in keywords that people are searching for. So this one says LG Lost Gods, that's the brand name, alien pop socket stand for smartphones and tablets. That's the keywords that they're using in their listing. Amazon already puts all this stuff in for you, but you can actually create 2 bullet points for yourself. So this one says pop, tilt, wrap, prop, collapse, grip, repeat. I don't know why they're putting all these keywords that are just broad in their listing. I would put something like alien green, alien face, that type of stuff, those types of keywords in the listing, but obviously they're doing pretty well with pretty broad keywords. So, I mean, all it is doing your keyword research, creating titles and descriptions and bullet points that have keywords in them. All right. So when people search for them, they can purchase it and you get the royalty. All right. And royalties are sent every month. So Etsy works the same way. All right. It's all keyword based. So if we're looking for, let's keep in the cell phone market. We're looking for phone stand. If you're selling a phone stand through a print-on-demand website, maybe they have phone stands that are phone cases. What was I thinking? So phone case. Obviously, you can create print-on-demand products for phone cases. And, you know, if someone sees your phone case in the search, they can go ahead and buy it. Then Etsy goes ahead, or not Etsy, Printful goes ahead and says, oh, we have another order. They print the item, they ship the item to your customer. You don't do anything except with Etsy, you're going to do a little bit of customer service, which isn't even that much usually. People are going to have questions about their product and stuff like that. But yeah, it's pretty simple the way that Etsy and Amazon work. So if you're, you know, if your budget is a little tight, then I highly recommend using Merch by Amazon and Etsy to sell print-on-demand products. If you have any questions about this, I know that was a very broad overview of what Merch and Etsy are, but if you have any questions, please leave them in the comments, and I will make sure to add it to this presentation or the new live videos that I do in the future, and I will answer them in the comments also. This is what, you know, it looks like, you know, during November, December in Merch by Amazon. So I did $304 in 7 days. That was in December 10th through the 17th. And at that time, I was right around $7,000 in total. 277 shirts sold in 1 month, $670. So this is the kind of stuff that is actually, I mean, it's free. I mean, let's say, so I had, at one point I had like 553 or something like that, 553 designs up, and they all costed me 25 cents because it was mostly pop sockets. So $138 it cost me to get a recurring, you know, revenue from Amazon. And I know this isn't a lot of money, but I'm not even really doing this free method that much anymore. And if you were consistent with this, I know a lot of people that are doing thousands and thousands of dollars per month just with Merch by Amazon, all right? And with Etsy also. Etsy is the same way. It has a little less traffic. You're going to have to pay 30 cents per product that you upload, but it's a really good way to get started with print on demand if you don't have the money or the budget to use Facebook advertising, okay? So even if I spent, you know, $300, let's just double it. If I spent $300 to get, you know, $300 a month in recurring revenue, would you do that? I mean, I hope so. I hope you would do that. If you don't see the value in that, then you probably shouldn't be in business. So 1,868 shirts sold. That was, you know, in November. So here's some screenshots, you know, from my account. This is when I had 460 designs live. As you can see, I'm selling 14, 11, 13, 18, 20 units a day, 17 units a day. You know, this is all possible with Merch by Amazon and with Etsy. I'm not doing a lot with Etsy. I'm not doing a lot with Merch by Amazon, but this is the way to do it if you don't have a budget. So this is the most recent screenshot. As you can see, I sold a few since I took the screenshot. I'm at 2,500 sales on Merch by Amazon all time. So I don't know. It's pretty cool. It's a nice little, you know, bonus paycheck that you get at the end of every month. So if you have any questions about this, make sure to leave a comment and I will reply to your comment here on this video. So here is a member of the POD Academy, Scott. He just got his first sale not too long ago. This was back in July. He said he just got his first sale. So he said he finished his first test campaign. One design met the criteria, so then he went on and he just got his first sale. So that's pretty cool. Don in the Facebook group says, don't give up. You know, there's always a way to do it. He said he almost gave up, then he remembered when he was starting out. He was so lost about all this stuff. And this is what he's doing now. He's doing, $500, $600 a day in sales. All right. So this is what can actually happen when you use print on demand in the right way. All right. So if you're interested in learning how to do this and how to create a business, a brand around using print on demand products and selling print on demand products, then the Print on Demand Academy is what you want to get into. It's my training program where I talk about everything and I go through everything step by step, click by click with you guys. So let's take a look inside the members area. All right, so here's what it looks like inside the members area of the Print on Demand Academy. There is some watch first videos, which is kind of like the 10,000 foot view of the whole business and what your goals should be, setting up goals, how to work efficiently, even if you have a couple hours a day. All right. I'm working on a few things in here, like the Facebook Ads 101. I am redoing all of the videos that were a few years old now, so I had to take all those down, and I'm redoing those. Those will be up very soon. They were supposed to be up in April, but they will be up sometime in May. And then we're working on some student case studies, which will be added very soon. So the two main sections of the Print on Demand Academy are the POD Blueprint and the Merch Blueprint. So the POD Blueprint is more of the Facebook ads portion, using Facebook ads to sell on Teespring and Teechip and your own website. And then Merch Blueprint is all about selling on Amazon Merch and Etsy. So let's go into these two sections. So the first section of the POD Blueprint is all about niche selection. So I talk about the anatomy of a good niche, some niches, how to use the niche spreadsheet. I give you a spreadsheet of 900 different niches to choose from that are good niches. I go through the 50 design ideas and using that, and then how to verify your audience size and your niche so you can pick the right one so it's not too small. All right. Phase 2 is all about design research. So I talk about how to use free tools like Pinterest, Google, Amazon, stock photos, and spying websites to find design ideas that are already selling so you can model your designs after other designs. So this is not stealing or anything like that, but it's using designs that are already selling and coming up with something better and something different than those. All right. Phase 3 is 5 different videos, and it's all about hiring a designer. So I talk about hiring a designer on Fiverr, which I don't use that much anymore. I use Upwork. So I talk about creating a job posting on Upwork, sorting all your applicants. I think video 3 is all about the actual hiring process and testing different professional designers to see which one that you want to work with. All right. And then I talk about the key points that you need to communicate with your designer in order to get the correct designs for your products back to you. All right. Phase 4 is creating your Facebook page and your product pages. All right. So I talk about creating a Facebook page in these first 2 videos, or first 3 videos, I should say. And then the last 2 is all about creating a product page on Teechip and creating product pages on Teespring. This is where I suggest you start. You don't need a Shopify store or anything like that. I do not use Etsy with the POD Blueprint model. I use Teespring and Teechip. From there, you can go into different types of platforms once you find the designs that are going to work on your specific products. All right. So phase 5 is all about creating your mockups. You need mockups not only for your advertising, but also on your listing. So I go into using Placeit, Fiverr, Photific, and some other free methods of gathering some really good, eye-catching or eye-pleasing type of mockups for the products that you are using. Phase 6 is all about Facebook ads, and this is the testing procedure. There are 10 or 11 or 12 videos total in this section, and if I click on one of these, I will show you, kind of the video setup. So here's what it's going to look like. So phase 6 is 11 different videos. It goes through the engagement testing strategy and the conversion testing strategy. Now, in this live semi-live video, I talked about the conversion testing method. If you are really struck on money, like really tight on money, the engagement method is where you want to start with testing. All right, and there's specific criteria that I use using engagement ads to go from engagement to conversion campaign to optimization campaign. All right, so the engagement campaign, you're gonna use a little less money than you would with a conversion campaign. So I go over those two methods in detail, step by step, click by click, if you will, in this phase. So if we go to the next phase, phase 7 is all about Facebook ads, using conversion ads. Like I said, this is the conversion ads section. So there's 7 conversion ad testing videos in here. Then phase 8 is all about optimization. So this goes into the optimization phase and how to figure out what audiences and what demographics and what ad creative and ad text and all that kind of stuff is going to work for your specific audience. And then you move into the scaling phase. And the scaling phase, I don't think is up yet. I do have some videos that I need to upload, but there's probably about 8 or 9 that are going to be in this section very soon. All right. So let's get into the merch blueprint. The merch blueprint is the free way, remember, to get started. So let's click on module 1. There's 3 different modules in the merch section. It's all about, so we talk about getting invited and approved. We talk about copyrights, trademarks, intellectual property. They are very strict on Merch by Amazon with copyrights. Then I talk about going from tier 10 to tier 100 in the fastest way possible. All right. And then we go through research to create your first 10 designs, hiring your designer on Upwork, using Fiverr, and then uploading your first 10 designs to Merch by Amazon. So once you're in the Print on Demand Academy, module 1 is what you want to go through first. And then once you're into the tier 100, then you can move on to the next phase, which is creating your niche lists and doing research. So I go over the 5 free tools I use for research and getting things done and uploaded in the fastest way possible. Then I go through creating your keyword niche list, creating your keyword niche list for t-shirts and pop sockets. I go through the different strategies for creating designs based on what's already selling on Amazon. So I go through the mashup method and the improve this design method. And the improve this design method is basically just looking at what's already selling and creating something different in the same niche. And then the mashup method is actually combining a few things into one design, which works really well on Amazon. Then I go through creating and using the designer spreadsheet and for t-shirts and for pop sockets, and then how to find trending designs that will sell really, really quickly. Then in module 3 in the merch blueprint, I go through the strategy. I go through the niche research. There's 2 different parts to the niche research. I go over creating your brand, your bullets, your descriptions, uploading and creating your title, uploading using the batch method example of that, and then creating a weekly workload and a 6-week workload. Those last two videos are all about organizing everything and making sure that you're working in the most efficient way possible. Because with Merch by Amazon, it's all about numbers. With Etsy, it's more like long-term, it's more about branding your store. But you can also do the same thing with Etsy as you're doing with Merch by Amazon, which is creating a broad store and just uploading as many designs as possible and just using the organic traffic from the search results. So that's everything. That's the 2 main sections of the training. The Facebook ad training is going to be up. I'm putting more case studies in, and I'm also adding the last section of the POD blueprint here soon. But this isn't just another course. It's actually a community of people doing the same thing that you want to do. Okay, so we have a Facebook group, and every week I post, I create a post in there that says "Ask Me Anything," and I go over that. I go over those questions in the weekly Q&A sessions inside the private Facebook group. So you're always going to have, someone in the group that knows what you need to know or knows the answer to your question. And also, I'm in there every single day, making sure that everybody is on track. All right. Like I said before, the new case studies and training are updated regularly. So coming in 2019 is going to be YouTube advertising training, which is going to be huge for 2019, I think. YouTube is really untapped as far as e-commerce goes, and I'm doing some testing here pretty soon with YouTube advertising for a new brand that I'm creating. So once I have all that data available to you, I'm going to be creating a whole training module on just using YouTube for e-commerce. And then I've been testing some advertising with Snapchat. I think it's a little bit too early as far as going to like broader audiences. It's more skewed towards the younger audience right now, but it's extremely cheap, like dirt cheap. Like I'm getting visitors to my pages for 3, 4, and 5 cents per visit. And what you can use Snapchat right now for is, you spend $5 or $10 a day to get traffic to your pages, and then you retarget those people using Facebook and Instagram ads and things like that. So I'm testing it right now, but there will be training coming up in 2019 using the Snapchat advertising platform. It's pretty interesting. And then I'm working on student case studies, so I'll get those uploaded as soon as they're complete here in 2019. All right, so here's everything you're getting. You're getting the print-on-demand blueprint. You're getting the merch blueprint, so that's over 90 videos right there. You're getting Facebook Ad Essentials training, which is the Facebook ad, kind of a beginner's course to Facebook ads. If you don't know what Facebook ads are or you haven't used them before, that's the trainings that you want to go through. So there's going to be 30 plus videos in that. Just got to get them uploaded. And then the case study updates for life. So everything that is updated is going to be inside the academy, and you don't have to pay anything extra ever once you get in. We have weekly live coaching calls, so inside the Facebook group, and every week I post the date and the time, so you can show up and I can answer any questions that you have live. And then, of course, there's the private Facebook group, and you're going to get all the keyword lists and downloads for Merch by Amazon. So the keyword lists I created each have 2,000 plus keywords in it. There's something like 5,000 or 6,000 keywords based on t-shirts and pop sockets and sweatshirts and hoodies, all that type of stuff. You're going to get all those downloads also. So if you want to get in, you can join today. Now the first 10 people who join are going to get a one-on-one coaching call with me. It's going to be about 30 minutes. All right. So I usually charge $500 for someone to actually have a 1 hour session with me. So this 30-minute session is worth $250. I'm going to give it to the first 10 people who join today, and we'll hop on the coaching call in the next couple weeks. Ideally, I'd want you to go through the training first, or at least some of it. Jot down some questions that you have, so we use that 30 minutes extremely efficient to get all your questions answered in the shortest amount of time. Okay, so the first 10 people who join today are going to get that one-on-one coaching call. If you're watching this after today, those are only available to the first 10 people. So, I'm okay. So if 10 people don't join tonight, then I'll open it up through the weekend. But after Sunday, then it's not going to be available. All right, the one-on-one coaching call is not going to be available. So the price is $497 one time, lifetime access, all that kind of stuff, or you can pay $197 every month for 3 months, and then you are a lifetime member. Now let me go over some questions. some common questions that I get. If you have questions about anything about what I went over today or what's inside the Academy or what you're going to get with the Academy, then make sure to comment in the comment section and I'll get back to you. But a typical question I get is, how much money do I need to start? I always suggest 500 is the minimum, especially with Facebook ads. But you can start with as little as 200 if you follow the engagement ad testing strategy outlined in the Academy. So it doesn't take a lot of money to get started. And then with Merch by Amazon, you don't need any money really. You just need money for designs. So even if you have a couple $100s, you can get started with Merch by Amazon and Etsy. The next one is, realistically, how much money can I make in my first year? If you're not thinking about this long term, like if you're thinking how much money can I make in the next 30 days, that's the totally wrong way to think about this. Because in the next 30 days, you could make negative $500. And in the next 30 days, you could make $3,000. And in the next 30 days, you can make $100,000. But most people will not get to that point. All right. On the low end, you're going to make $10,000 in a year. And that's just with working with Merch by Amazon and Etsy. That's not using Facebook ads. If you're going to use Facebook ads and you found designs that are going to work, it's really unlimited the amount of money that you can make in your first year doing this. This is just like any other e-commerce business, except you're working with print-on-demand products. So it's everything from flip-flops and shoes to canvas prints, to phone cases, wallets. There's tons of products that you can put your designs on. It's just, choose a niche that you're interested in and go for it. Can you guarantee I will make money? No, I cannot, because I can't control your work ethic. All right. Any type of business you do online, whether it's the China crap drop shipping stuff, whether it's Amazon FBA, starting your own consulting agency, or any of the hot new trends of 2018 and 19, any of those business models, you can't be guaranteed anything with any program that you create. What I can control is you're going to get up-to-date information inside the Academy every single month. All right, every single month I am looking into new ways to update the Academy to give you guys the most information possible, to get the best result possible. All right. If nobody in the Academy is getting results, I'm not doing my job. All right. So can I guarantee you're going to make money? Absolutely not, because you need to work at this. This isn't going to happen overnight. This is a long-term business. You need to think about branding. And I forgot to put that in here, but branding is going to be a big portion of the Academy pretty soon, especially with this new brand that I'm starting, which you'll probably hear about in the next couple months. So yeah, I can't control your work ethic. And I can't control your designs. I can't control what your store looks like. I can tell you what everything should, look like and what you should do, but I can't control you actually doing it. So no, I can't guarantee you're going to make any money with this. Is the content up to date? Yes, it's always up to date. I update it as needed based on the changes in the advertising platforms and other market conditions. So every time something that needs to be updated is updated as soon as possible. Here's a funny question that I get a lot, and especially through email. It says, can I get in for free and we split the profits? Absolutely not. My focus is on my customers, which is print on the Academy customers and my other ecom business customers. So my focus is 100% on those two things. If my customers are not happy, my business fails. Those are the two things that I am worried about, or that I work on every single day. Okay. So I can't split profits with anybody. If I was going to split profits with you, I would just do it myself. Okay. And I'm not trying to be I was going to say the D word, but I'm not trying to be an a-hole. I'm just saying, no, we can't split profits. I think it's hilarious when people ask me that. What's your refund policy? There's actually no refunds with the Print on Demand Academy. This is a digital education product. If you put in 12 months of work and you didn't make your money back, I'll give you a refund. All right. I don't want people inside the academy who are going to try this for, 48 days and then quit. I want people in the academy that are going to work on this forever. Like, this is it. Like, this is their business, or until they want to sell it. Obviously, you want to be creating a business that is sellable. Okay. So there are no refunds unless if you consume less than, I think it's 20%. If you consume less than 20% of the product within 30 days, then I'll refund your money. But other than that, there's no refunds just because this is digital. There's no way for me to send you back your product. And yeah, I want people in the academy that are actually going to work on this business. It's a lot more fun when I'm inside the Facebook group answering questions and seeing student results than it is to have a Facebook group that's just dead. All right. So if you're not going to be one of those people who really want to go all in on this, then you don't have to sign up. It's optional. I'm not forcing anybody to do this. All right. This is a voluntary transaction. Okay. All right. So again, here's everything that you're getting: POD blueprint, the merch blueprint, the Facebook ad training, the case studies, weekly live coaching calls, the Facebook group, and all the keyword lists and the downloads. It's $497 one time, or $197 over 3 months. Again, the first 10 people who join are going to get a one-on-one coaching call with me, and I will look at the back end of my software here, and I will start jotting down everybody's name and email who sign up. So the first 10 people who sign up get the one-on-one coaching call with me. So that's the kind of bonus that you're getting with this video. So again, thanks guys for being on here. I hope to see you inside the academy and seeing your results here in the next few months. We'll see you guys later. Oh, one more thing. I will keep this video on. I'll put some weird music here in the background for a little while. I'll give it, let's say, 5 minutes. And I will answer any questions here live in the comments. So I'll stay in the comment section and I will answer anything that you need. Cue the weird music.